Feels like I'm meant to strike. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by Him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by His gentle sway. Mountains tallly standing.
Yo, Flows, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. Oh, I didn't even set my mic up. That's how much in a rush I was tonight. Anyway, but it's good to be here. We got Michael and we got Charles in the house. How you guys doing?
Yo,
Good.
Glad to have you guys here. Yeah. Good to see everybody in the YouTube lands. Please hit the likes, share the show. Let everybody know we are live. So do you guys agree? The globe is dead.
were it ever alive to be dead?
Well, the global religion's been alive, but it's definitely dying. The globe itself, no, obviously, doesn't exist, so it's never been alive. But the global religion is dying.
I agree with that. The deception
tonight,
is going away, and truth is starting to come through.
Amen.
Amen.
But yeah, it's. I think it's going to be more apparent the more people go on, the more people get into the subject, that they'll see the truth.
That's right. I agree.
So tonight is an open panel night. If you guys want to come and prove us your global religion, email me and then I will send you the link and you can come in. For us, so long, we'll just have a discussion, just chat, chill, and we take it as that, because why not? I did hear an interesting thing today. People telling me the Bible doesn't teach a flat earth again. People keep saying that.
They're gonna do that, aren't they?
I don't know what the issue is. I mean, it's kind of weird. You open the Bible and it literally starts talking about a flat earth.
Show me heliocentrism in Bible.
I mean,
Right.
that's the weird thing about the Bible. In Genesis, it tells God tells you how He creates the heavens and the earth. He tells you the flat earth. In Revelations, He tells you how He puts judgment on this earth and then creates a new heaven and earth, which is also again flat earth. So it's really weird.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's up?
hey, doesn't it? Go ahead.
Sorry, what's up, Sleeping Warrior? Good to see you. No, go on.
Yeah, it was like there is this, like, without faith, it's impossible to please God, and so there is this, like, you do have to kind of believe what the Scripture says and believe in faith that He made this realm this way, and so there is definitely faith in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in black and white, but it's definitely, certainly describing what we see.
Well, let's put it this way. Would you rather have faith in God or faith in people that can lie?
I have to believe in my Creator. Have to.
I agree. I mean, besides, what that says in the Bible just validates what we observe anyway. Because
Exactly.
I have yet to see anybody present to us anything they claim for the globe as real, other than just trust me, bro.
Right. There's a danger of, like, I've kind of said this is why it's so important, because there's a danger because when you believe in the heliocentric, you're actually discounting and really dismantling what the Word of God says, and that's a dangerous thing. If you can make everything like a metaphor, it really didn't mean it, or it's not literal there, or He was just telling that to Moses to, like that's it's a very important thing to stress.
Amen. No, it is. And I take it also as if you read the Bible and you understand, okay, God created everything a certain way. The devil is out there to pervert. So it's everything a 180 of what God is. So what would the 180 be of God's creation of a flat earth? The heliocentric model.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Just yeah.
Obviously, guys, we're just having a discussion like this because we're waiting for people to come and tell us and cry about their globe to us if anybody shows up. Anthony, I know you're not a Christian or anything. What are your thoughts about the globe religion dying?
It'll never
Brilliant.
die until it stops
Dog
being
said it.
taught.
Dog answered.
It'll never die unless it stops being taught in mainstream school as true, in the sense that they relegate. Shut up. They relegate creation to a religious studies topic because they don't want to consider it as science, but they do want to consider heliocentrism as a science, and they put that in science, and that's what you get taught in school. But until that stops, it'll not stop because it's indoctrination, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like remember when we were all in school, I don't know if you were taught this way, but like the solar system and the planets, that was like one of the most fascinating subjects for me. It's almost like they did it on purpose to make you imagine and get you down. Just it was almost like a seduction, and because it was one of my favorite subjects. I mean, I could, a lot of our students are like, I love the planets, and that's an interesting thing.
I want to point out, I got an email from NASA. I don't know why. I'm getting newsletter from NASA lately. And I'm also getting newsletters from LGBTQ communities.
What?
But, yeah, it's because I talk against it. So
I think it's
weird.
because people like Sean Hawkins put your email address down for.
I was just going to say exactly the same.
Yeah.
Probably. So anyway, this is one I got today. And I find it weird. Astronauts set to swap the exterior of the station for microbial life. Why are they showing the dead guy in a pool?
That's where it is.
See? Neutral buoyancy lab. So they're in the neutral buoyancy lab when they can just do it in space, can't they?
So basically what they're saying is it's been in that pool that long that it's getting like plankton on it and stuff.
Exactly. Wow. The experiment, not an experiment. I wish this is exactly what you were saying, Anthony. They keep trying to scientify everything that the globe says. Just because they say experiment, therefore it makes it science. No. Not at all. What's the experiment here? I mean, let's see what it says. Astronauts are scheduled to venture outside the International Space Station to collect microbial samples during crew spacewalks for the ISS external microorganisms experiment. Let's see what the ISS experiment is. The investigation focuses on sampling at sites near life support system vents to examine whether the spacecraft releases microorganisms, how many, and how far they may travel. This experiment could help researchers understand whether and how these microorganisms survive and reproduce in harsh space environments and how they may perform at planetary destinations such as the Moon and Mars. Extremophiles and microorganisms can survive harsh environments are also an interest of industries of Earth such as pharmaceuticals and agriculture. We can't sanitize everything. We can't sanitize everything. We send to space, and humans carry their own microbiomes and continuously regenerate microbial communities. It's important to understand and address how well current designs and processes prevent the limit of spread human contamination. The data could help determine whether changes are needed to crewed spacecraft, including spacesuits that are used to explore destinations where life may exist now or in the past. Oh, shame. Do you think it's an experiment, guys? don't think so.
I don't think so.
What's their hypothesis? Let's see. Experiment description. Okay, research overview. ISS external microorganisms collected samples on the outside of International Space Station during member extravagant activities. Collected samples are analyzed upon return to Earth with next generation deoxyribonic, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, acid. Sequencing with multi-gene analysis. These tests contribute to the understanding of microbial communities, their metabolic functions without the need to cultivate samples. Investigators aim to understand the ability of organisms to survive and reproduce on the exterior of the ISS to create laboratory analogs that allow a better understanding of how these organisms may perform in other planetary environments such as the Moon and Mars. So they're literally trying to take microorganisms and say, guys, let's see if they can survive in a fantasy Moon and Mars.
Keyword fantasy. All of it.
So they're just going to collect samples apparently, and then try to figure out why the samples are able to survive.
Can you imagine if it was flat earthers that were trying to experimentify up their work? Suppose it was us that wasn't doing science, but pretended that we were doing science and didn't do things like manipulate the presumed cause of the effect. And imagine we tried passing it off to children as either education or science. The blessed would be going nuts. It's all right for them, all right?
You're right. Absolutely.
But you see, a lot of this, it's just, well, let's just say they're starting with begging the question that they can go to space, first of all. Then they're just claiming, well, there has to be microbial life on the outside in the space violation tin. Then they're claiming, well, when we bring it back to Earth, we can study and find out how and why this stuff can survive in harsh conditions like Mars and the Moon. None of that science.
If anything, it's close to exploration, right? Yeah.
But you see, as soon as they say experiment, then therefore it makes it science.
Does it?
It's really weird. It's good to see you, Roger. What's up?
Good seeing you guys. Oh, it's not much. Busy night. Work. I'm doing a job of two people. Yeah.
Oh.
It's been like that for almost a year. It hasn't really changed. I got a guy who doesn't really do a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed a tactic that one of the Blurfs is using. I'm sure it's more than one, but one particular one. I think his nickname is something like "Eat Shoots and Leaves." Have you come across him? It's one of the alt accounts from I can't remember. Oh no, Jack of All Trades is another one.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So what he does is he takes a snippet, like a caption, like part of a conversation, right? Obviously missing the context, but he snips it and he goes, ha ha ha, sleeping warrior thinks blah blah blah, and tries to make it out. It's trying to entice you to go into his messages, and then the minute you do, what then happens is 2 or 3 of his buddies start jumping on, and then before you know it, there's 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And it's like, yeah, I'm not falling for that nonsense. But that's what they try and do. They try and entice you in with and they always put you like at Sleeping Warrior so that you see it. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing, you moron. It's not going to happen. So I just share his comment back and laugh at him.
But that's what I don't know. But I've been seeing a lot of people there. I'm calling it the Duffy now. As soon as someone tries to misrepresent you, I'm going to call it you're doing the Duffy. Because they take a word that you say and totally misrepresent what that word is. And then say this is what you said. And it's like, no, that's not what I said. So from now on, whenever somebody misrepresents someone, we're just going to call it a Duffy.
All right, got it.
Because
And
I'm
when
seeing
we study
more-
it, and when we study that, we'll call it Duffyism.
The Duffy effect.
And the
Duffy
Duffy
effect.
effect.
Yeah.
It's like one of I can't remember it. One of them said, you don't even understand that the argument with regards to what Duffy was saying about southern rotation points or I call it the other rotation point. I don't give it any Southern Celestial rotation point or anything like that. But he was saying that you don't understand. The issue is that whether you can see them at all. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not the issue at all. You're just a retard. But that's what he's claiming that I misunderstand. And I'm like, no, I don't misunderstand that at all. You're just ignorant and now lying and misrepresenting. It's just absurd the way that they behave. But don't you think it's interesting that these people exist at all, like that behave like this? It's like, why do these people even exist? They shouldn't exist, but they do.
Mm-hmm. No, it's really, really odd. Someone sent me this link today, which I listened to the first few minutes. It was very interesting. It seems to be a pattern that he has. This is 7 years ago, guys.
7 years ago.
Listen to the first few words that he says.
Good morning, Denver Bible Church. I have had this idea in the back of my mind for a long time to make a documentary. And I'm really disappointed because it's never going to happen. That's just a reality. Number one, I don't have the time. Number two, the money. Number three, I think it was Mel Gibson that said it's a miracle to make a bad movie.
I'm sitting on my seat, on the edge of my seat right now, waiting to hear what Mel Gibson said about that
Don't
movie.
you find it odd that this guy kind of has a history of wanting to create documentaries?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
got to do with money and time.
Yeah, it's, I was thinking about this the other day, because I pastor a small church here, and the last thing I could teach about would be how lying and deception, and make it into a 4-part series.
Yeah, it's four
That would be
parts.
like the last
parts.
thing I teach. I teach about forgiveness and praying, and there's so many things to do. And this guy constantly teaches these obscure things that have nothing to do with what we should be doing as pastors, leading people to Christ.
Amen.
And so that was a big red flag for me. Well, I mean, there's a lot of red flags with this guy, but
Yeah,
just
but
deep-
I mean, I don't think Bob Enyard was a good role model for him.
no.
You know what I mean? I think Bob Enyard was his mentor, and that's why he's in the predicament he is,
Yeah.
because
Bob
he
Enyard.
learned from the wrong guy.
Bob Enyard to him is the same as Bob Nodell to Austin. Him and Austin probably get on really well, probably because they've both been brainwashed by morons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when he did his message on the 9th commandment, in the beginning, he said, he never said prayerfully. He always said, I studied, I did this, after meticulous consideration, in so many words. It was never about going to the Lord and asking him for wisdom. What do you want to teach your people? There's not that heart in him, and it's very alarming. And I hope that I pray that the people that go to his church see that truth and get set free from that, because he's not of God.
Yeah, he's very, very selfish from what it looks like to me, man.
Very selfish. Yep.
But it's sad though, because he teaches perversions, and the perversions he's teaching is literally what Satan teaches. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when he talks to us, I get what I call the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
When it's like your soul just wants to kind of like, when you feel awkward with a person.
Yeah. That's your
That's
discernment, man. Your discernment is okay, there's something not right, and that's discernment. That's the Holy Spirit giving you a nudge. Hey, this guy.
well, the Bible's also very clear. I mean, you can't mix light and darkness. And if there's darkness there, the light doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Or the light.
Yeah.
It's the same way when you open your heart for Jesus. If Jesus is there, you're not going to let a demon in. Understand?
Right.
If he's not there, then the demon's got free reign.
Yep. That's true. That's true.
And it's sad because I do pray for Duffy. I want him to get to a realization and actually become a true Christian.
Me
I
too.
want him. I want him. My heart's desire is that he gets right.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's important to say because I don't want to be one of those guys that are always like, no, because I was saved and I know the eternal ramifications and they're not good. And I don't want that for him. I want him to find the Lord truly. So,
Yeah, I mean, and this goes for anybody.
mhm.
I wouldn't want anybody to be separated from God eternally. It doesn't
No.
matter how much I don't like the person.
Absolutely.
My heart is rather repentance and get right. That's overthrows any kind of thing.
Amen.
Well,
Yep.
if he keeps going down this road, he's going to wake up with Satan one day, and he's going to like, "Why did I end up here? Or how did I end up here?" Better yet,
But you see, that's the issue. That's what we're saying. So I do pray for him, and I hope he comes right. Because I do think that he is influenced by the wrong things, unfortunately.
Yes.
Well, it's good to see everybody.
Good to see you too.
Do you think we're going to get any Globies in tonight?
No.
Nah.
That's the sad thing, guys. Every time we have these videos, before these videos, the Globers are like, "Oh, you're so dumb, blah blah blah. You guys don't understand anything. I'm gonna teach you." Blah. As soon as you have the stream, crickets. That's it.
And the alternative is Sean Hawkins live streams that he restreams this live stream and sits there going, Flatzoid is so stupid. He did blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, you still think gravity's a force. That's why you can't come in. And you can't even.
He thinks horizontal curves.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. We all think that.
Yeah.
It's like in their head, when they're shown that horizontal is a straight line, it's like the equivalent of showing a dog in their mind. And then the dog morphing into a cat in the same way that a straight line morphs into a curve. That's what happens. There's a morphing that goes on in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody see Pablo Dog's last video he put out? It's really cool. They took some of his work and they put it through an analyst, and they give you the elevation profiles of his 360 pans, and they're making a point to show it to Simon Dan because he thinks for some reason that the highway in a lot of his pans is 30 meters higher than, and you should be able to see it from where he is.
Do you
That's
have a
what
link?
they always do.
Yeah, you can have your camera getting splashed by the waves, and they'll still say you're at least 100 feet, and it's like,
Do you have a link for that, Roger?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Give me a second.
That one, I didn't see that one. Did you guys see Brian's logic on the shadows?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good one.
yeah, you can't have short shadows when it's supposed to be a very low sun in the horizon. It has to be long shadows.
Yeah, and this is exactly the thing is because with McToon, you were saying, well, because the sun is at the elevation, that's why the shadows grow so quickly. So yeah, why does it only work for them but not the mountain?
Have you seen some rebuttals though, Anthony? Like little divots in ground block shadows disappear down crevasses, all sorts of crazy stuff.
It is amazing how much apologetics you get on any of their videos when you point out anything that it's like when you show the husband that the wife's cheating or the wife that the husband's cheating, and you prove it. You've got the video. You can see the car rocking. There's two of them in it, and you can see that it's the husband, the wife, and whoever. And they just don't accept it, no matter what. And it's like, oh well, okay, if you don't want to accept the evidence, but you've got it now. Can I have my bill? And they're like, the reality is that they just will not accept it, no matter what you present to them. Well, that's what they do.
Yep.
It's in the back of chat there if you want it. I'll put it in the main chat too.
It'd be cool if people would come on and say, I just have a general question about flat earth. How did you come to this? Like if you're a Glober and like you're searching for answers, I would have loved to come in especially 2 years ago, and asked you guys questions about, what do you think about this? Why is it this way? You know, anybody on the fence? But it seems like when you watch, if you just kind of browse around and you get these Glovers in there, they're very hardline and they just have an agenda. It's not like they're going to change. You're not going to change their mind. They already have set in their ways. Anyway.
So you sent a Heath Carmody. I thought you were putting Public
Yeah.
Dog. Is it on
It
here?
is. It's videos about, yeah.
Okay. Let's check. Ooh. That was unexpected.
Wow.
It's a good little video. I liked it.
The Heath Comedy does cool things. Really does a good job.
Is it flat earth?
Tuesday, December 17th, 2024.
I think so.
It's about 4:25 p.m.
Sorry.
I love his voice, man, because he never does a good mic at when he's out on the water. You get all the echo back into the mic. You know, he does excellent 360 pans across that bay a lot, and his shots go from anywhere from 50 miles to 18 or so, and he gets clear horizons because he picks the right days for the most part, and he does all the humidity tests and refraction indexes and stuff, and he'll tell you how far you're supposed to see, and according to the globe and to flat Earth, he compares the two constantly. He does that like every week. That's dedication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he likes to compare the two.
Mm-hmm. He's going to do another one of these.
It's a program he uses, guys. Unreal Engine.
Yes, it looks like it. Yeah.
Unreal Engine's a thorn in the TFE side, guys.
Look, looking at that, very much does look like we're on that laptop when Jenna went in that cabin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to ask Jonathan Saturday, what was on your laptop, man?
It looked like they didn't want Jaren anywhere near it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the low 60s. Water temp's about 57, 58. Pretty much dead glass out here toward Ventura. Looks like a little wind line down outside the harbor down there. I think the humidity's around 50%. It's getting wetter quicker as it cools off, especially out here at the university.
Now he starts doing overlays with the actual pictures. They'll compare.
Yeah. Cesium rock.
That's pretty cool. There comes another one up this way. Let me lock focus. Zoom in.
I think that's the 8 miles right there.
The nice thing about cesium, I saw guys use it the other day to use Google Maps, Google Earth, and it renders all the 3D models in real time. Thanks to cesium, it's really quite cool. So when they in Unreal and they want to do like a full map, they can just kick any location they want, and it already gives the 3D modeling through cesium of whatever's photographed in Google Earth.
So.
That's a pretty good processor to do something like that. If you had,
yeah. You need quite a good computer.
I see a truck down there on the highway.
There we go. Oh, that's fun, man.
Yeah, that's the comparison. That's what Simon Dan's on about.
But you see, the thing with Simon Dan is, he's like one of those guys that just, you're just wrong, and doesn't even understand how a person's wrong. He just says you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
They never back their mouth up, do they? They just say you're wrong. They don't offer any reason why.
Mm-hmm.
They never present out.
they rely on the name to do it for them. Like if you call yourself like Professor Flatzoid, that to them is enough for it to be credible. That's why Simon Dan calls himself that, because actually he's pseudo Simon Dan or Psy Denial Dan. But if you get a name that seems to sound a little bit sciencey, that's it. That's all they need for them. That's enough.
No, that's one of those Duffyisms right there. You just nailed it. It's Professor Flatzoid down here on the end. Dr. Flatzoid, sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Flatzoid or Professor Flatzoid.
But you see what hypocrites they are, though. As soon as I put my name, Dr. Flatzoid or Professor Flatzoid, then they get all, oh, you're not a doctor, blah, 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 and they start attacking me. But as soon as we call out, we say, yeah, we're taking this as a joke because, like, not a Professor Dave, they want to protect that guy and say, no, it's okay if he does it.
At all costs, yeah.
It's quite weird.
Professor Dave is doing a comedy show now about us.
Oh.
Literally, yeah.
The irony, the comedian himself is doing a comedy show.
Yeah.
Remember Simon Dan? I mean, Professor Dave was calling us out, and I said live, well, where are you, Dave Farina? You called us out, so come. Still nothing, by the way. Still nothing. I wonder why.
Not a Professor Dave is not a professor. That might be why.
Yeah.
I like how Bill Nye wears a lab coat. He's a scientist.
Oh yeah, we've took the piss out of that. Bob Nodell did one of the FE conferences. I can't remember which one it was, but he wore a white jacket, and it was like, well done, Bob. Because if you wear a jacket, everyone knows that you're a scientist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a doctor.
I mean, when you did your experiment, you also wore a lab coat. Yeah,
of course.
So, yeah.
I even wore glasses with no lenses in them and a plaster around the arm to make it look like they were well worn. Because obviously, you have credibility to if you're wearing glasses and a white robe. Of course, it does.
Oh God. I wanted to say something about him and Neil deGrasse, but I'm not going to.
Speaking of Neil deGrasse, have you seen John Thor's latest video with Taboo Conspiracy in it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't
really,
seen that
really
yet.
good.
Is it? Okay. I was going to watch it, but
he's got Neil deGrasse Tyson in it, and the way that he's edited the video, it just makes it look like Neil deGrasse Tyson is a flat earther. It's brilliant.
That's cool. Where are you from, Anthony?
England.
Okay.
Cool. You?
Arkansas, U.S.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be a big football fan, American football, but I have converted to Premier League.
I thought you were going to say soccer.
Nope. No, I am Forest, and I
Which
love
team
the
do you
whole
follow?
thing. Nottingham Forest, Fulham,
Why would you follow Nottingham Forest?
I don't know. I just kind of like them.
You know who also follows Nottingham Forest? The Adam Meakin.
Oh God.
Oh,
he loves Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
He lives in Nottingham.
He lives in Nottingham, yeah.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Oh, what team should I start looking at?
Anybody but Man United.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I don't like that.
Actually, to be honest, Man United are the team to be paying attention to because for the, 10, 15 years that they were doing really well under Alex Ferguson, now they're doing really, really bad. In fact, they're using the word relegation in the same sentence as Man United now, which is delicious. So, I don't know. Take it how you want, but they're doing really bad.
Yeah.
My mom's a big Arsenal fan for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that Arsenal came out of your mouth?
I like Brighton too. Brighton's kind of. Those are the three I like.
Usually, when you get foreign nationals paying any attention to the Premier League, they normally go for either Liverpool, Man United, or sometimes they go for Arsenal. Yeah. But usually, it's Liverpool or United.
Oh, I like the underdogs. I always have.
Yeah.
But I have a real appreciation for the Premier League and for football, English football, just overall, because it's ridiculous, all the commercials and stuff like that. I know I don't want to get off topic, but I could talk about that forever. But I just
it's weird
Anyway.
to be an American referring to it as football, because you guys normally refer to it as soccer because it distinguishes from American football, but we don't even recognize American football. That doesn't exist to us. It's like a foreign language.
Yeah, I coached soccer. Okay, I'm gonna call it soccer because that's what they call it in the States, down in San Antonio. But it was football for Spanish. So,
Yeah.
You know, and so
Football.
it's not too. We're the only ones calling it that. I don't know why, but anyway, I absolutely love that sport now. And I used to coach football too, like American football in Texas high school, or in middle school, not high school, but it's crazy. No more though.
And when I was in Catholic school, I played soccer, and I played fullback. But I'd rather play it than watch it, man. Just one of those things.
Me too.
Yeah.
Get off topic, but I had to. Much respect though, much love for that sport, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just good to watch. I enjoy watching it. I wish I didn't though. I mean, I'm old enough now to have grown out of it, but I just can't help it. I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could see that truck from the footage. What's the globe's excuse though? Oh, refraction.
Yep, that's it. And he compares it with the refraction too.
It's always just the right amount of refraction, though, isn't it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the odd thing. And the thing is also what I find, especially when it comes to the globe, the refraction up or down is always just right for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's really funny is when you take the refraction out, you take away the curve. Isn't that right, Flats?
Yeah, like when I took with Regitorix Infera Mirage, I took the curve away. And the more they fight about it, the more they don't understand. You're just literally conceding your curve is optical.
Speaking of that, Red, he's got a counter, and he challenged Nathan to a debate like 2 years ago, and the counter's still going. He's got it going right now. He holds that counter up. Like, Nathan won't debate me. Like, Say what?
Well, what if I did my counter? It's been going on for 4 years now. Reds won't debate me.
No, he should be. Yeah.
I had a debate with Reds once, and he never uploaded it. It was done live and recorded, but he never uploaded it. It's because he got a couple of points wrong in it, and he never wanted to upload it because it made him look stupid.
The problem with the Reds is he has the same talking point all the time, and he how can I put it? He's only ever he's to a very niche market, to his very gullible audience, let me put it that way. So it's to people that haven't heard the other side before. They only listen to his nonsense. So as soon as he gets shown that he's wrong on something, he won't let his audience see it. Because he's got to be the man.
That's very biased, man. I'm telling you. That's a politician right there. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the one thing that he got wrong that he didn't like that I corrected him on was to do with the flights. The amount of life cycles that a plane has is what governs how long it'll be in service for. So, like, you'll get a little puddle jumper that'll go internal flights only into America, and they don't last that long relative to long-haul ones that'll last for 15, 20 years. And it's to do with how many times they go up and down, and, like, each time they go up and then come back down is a cycle. The heat cycle, it puts stress on the fuselage, and things start to crack, and over time it becomes a problem. And he didn't like being corrected on it, given his position in aviation. You would think a man in aviation would know that, and he didn't like it. So obviously me correcting him on something, he couldn't accept that, and he never re-upped it. There was a few things he got wrong.
How long has he been a pilot? He's in the same boat with Wolfie, ain't he?
No.
No,
He's a plumber.
He's not a pilot.
Oh, damn it! I thought you said he was a pilot.
He's a plumber.
No. He loves flying. He loves planes, but and he worked at the airport, but he didn't work as pilot. He worked as something else. He wants to be a pilot. He's like
Baggage handler.
Yeah.
No, it's not baggage handler. Yeah, I think, and now he's a plumber.
Well, whatever it was, he wasn't a pilot, but he did work at the airport. And somebody apparently at some point recognized his voice in the airport, and they found out where he was and all that because he hides himself. And then,
yeah, he won't show his face. He doesn't want people to know his identity because he's a coward.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, guys. Because I'm a maintenance guy for Walmart. That's what I do.
It's like a knob though, and calls everybody pieces of shit, and that there's no wonder he don't want to show his face.
of course, he'll just get battered. I mean, it's like he's like the little guy in the pub that's throwing his weight around and calling everyone names, and eventually someone punches him and he cries about it and plays the victim card. But that's exactly what he would do.
Speaking of Royd, I just want to say, welcome to becoming a Patreon. Really appreciate it, Royd. You rock. Really appreciate it. So I've got another Patreon, and
Is that another Flat Earth pilot?
Yeah.
Royd, yeah.
Nice.
And then I want to say thank you, Richard Thorpe, for your PayPal kaboom donation. Really appreciate it, man. You rock.
Yeah, I was in Discord with Rakia, and he's got a couple of friends that are officially pilots. They're not transcontinental pilots, but they were running him down because they're not transcontinental pilots. That has nothing to do with Flat Earth, but they're trying to belittle all of his information that he gets about flights and stuff, just because they're not a big airline transcontinental pilots.
This is the problem with Globers, isn't it? You never win with them. Like,
no.
I would love to get my pilot's license, but it's too damn expensive to go do the flights.
You got to get so many hours, don't you? You got to.
You got to rent. You got to start off with renting the plane and paying the instructors, and you need at least like 4,000 hours before you can actually do anything, and it's quite a lot of money per hour.
The thing is, if you the concept of flying a plane, like anything else, if you have never ridden a skateboard or ridden a cycle before of any kind, you're going to fall off a few times, right? Until you start getting it right. It's the same with flying a plane. You're going to make mistakes before you get it right. But once you learn how to do it, it becomes repetitious and it's the same thing until something goes wrong. There's a good. I've been watching a lot of videos recently about this guy that talks about plane crashes over the years and how most of them are basically caused by human error. They misread and misunderstand what's happening, and they do things that are the wrong thing to do in the circumstances. In the end, the plane ends up falling out the sky, and then they go back over it and they say, "Well, it's because this happened and you were doing this instead." And basically, they go for it. And usually, it's something to do with the pilot getting something wrong. But they were showing how when they have these rigorous safety procedures and all that, and they go through the safety procedures, it's all right being autonomous and robotic when you apply these safety procedures. But ultimately, when you get an incident like the double bird strike over the Hudson with what was his name? Captain Sullenberger, whatever his name was. The rule book goes out the window, and you've got to try and do what you can with what you've got. And if you've got no engines, there's not a lot you can do. Yet he still managed to get the plane down on the water and survive. Everyone survived, but you can't teach that. That's experience, isn't it? But you can't get the experience. It's difficult to get the experience unless you know someone that knows someone that works in the airlines, and then you've got the nepotistic route in. But if you ain't got someone that knows someone that knows someone, the chances of you getting in are so small. It's just not worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Derek says there's ads on his stream. I don't have any ads put on for the stream. It shouldn't show any stream ads.
I don't get them while you're live. I don't get them when I watch it on repeat.
Yeah, but they're not supposed. They're off while live. It's not supposed to show. So yeah, I don't know why it does that. It is off. But anyway, any Globers?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Any Globers coming in? Come on, Sean Hawkins is streaming us. He's got a whole 10 Globers in there. So obviously
he keeps asking me, am I still scared of him? And I'm like, well, it's not I'm scared of you, Sean. It's more that you just don't accept that you're, what was it, the Polaris Challenge? That's been debunked and you don't acknowledge it.
He debunked it himself.
He's the guy's a moron, and he
He's
thinks
an
I'm
idiot.
scared of him.
I'm
Easy.
actually going to get it. I'm going to get it up. Michael actually made an awesome video about that a few years ago.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
I've debunked it as well with Mick West. Mick West shows that the stars get closer to the horizon and they slow down. But if the Polaris Challenge shows 15 degrees of, what is it, for every 15, well, every 60 nautical miles or whatever it is, it drops by 1 degree. But in real world, it doesn't even do that. It might do that on their model, but in real world, they slow down as they get to the horizon. And it don't matter what the reason is. It can be refraction or elephant's testicles. What matters is it doesn't do the 1 degree every 60 nautical miles or whatever it is that he claims. And that's the whole principle of his Polaris Challenge. And it still doesn't acknowledge that it's been debunked because it doesn't even happen in the first place. That's a moron.
That was quite a comparison there, Anthony. I just
Yeah,
couldn't
he-
picture it.
There goes my lunch.
The thing is, he's able to come in now, isn't he?
We should be
Why
able.
don't you come in then, Sean?
Yeah. We'll
Let's
keep
hear all
quiet.
the
You can,
science you've got.
yeah, we'll keep quiet. You can talk to Anthony.
No, I'd rather not talk to him.
he reported me for a thumbnail. I took one of Alan's cartoons with Pinocchio and Snow White, and he
Michael,
reported that.
I can't seem to get your channel now. What's going on?
You never can.
Why does it always do that?
You never can.
Can you send me a link of the
God.
channel again?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just never. Always struggling to
What
get
was
your
it?
channel.
When was the last time you made a video, Michael?
A while ago.
No, it's I haven't had no alerts or nothing.
So it's in private chat.
Awesome.
I see Vlad in chat. Hey, Vlad, how we doing?
Good to see you, man. Okay, let's see if I can get that video quickly.
See, regarding making videos, Roger, I just do them when I feel urged to do them. You know?
Yeah, I remember that. It's just you haven't had urge in a while, huh?
No. Well, we've been talking about TFE, haven't we, for last month, right? So
It's a hot topic, man.
I refuse to cover it on my channel or talk
I
about
don't
it
blame
enough
you.
on here.
It's
Yeah, that's why I was
get
in
a
the
lot-
mood for something different tonight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that.
Vlad's in chat. How come you haven't been on panel for a while, Vlad?
You want to come in? Send him a link. We could talk with him for a minute.
I can't send him.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm going to be away next week, so I probably won't be uploading.
Dedicated
on
to
YouTube.
Sean Hawkins.
So I thought before I do go on
Get that for a
holiday, I'll leave
thumbnail.
you with a little gift. Let's put this heliocentric buffoon to bed once and for all.
You've accurately modelled reality, Sean. Cool. How come only one of your sticks points to Polaris? Parallel lines never converge. What's this then, Sean? It looks like you might possibly have accidentally proved Flatzoid correct. Sean, Polaris's height never changes. It just appears to sink towards the horizon as you move further away from it on a flat plane due to perspective. So then, as you move away from it, your elevation angle gets smaller over distance. You moron.
Just
Oh,
had to
God.
play that. There's the
He
link
used it-
for that video.
He used a 3D printer to make those models, didn't he? He had
No, that was like Carl.
Mike,
That's
Can you remember that? Can you remember that other one where he got something drawn on paper and it looked like he got it out of a dustbin?
Yeah. Oh man.
I love the SpongeBob music in the background.
that's Drunken Sailor. That's a good song.
Yeah.
I know. I just reminded me. That was
Does
hilarious.
anybody remember who did the gag video about Sean where he was basically losing his shit all the time? And it was when he was shouting at people. One of them was, I can't remember it, but it was someone that did a gag video on him. It was really good.
When he were moaning about Wolfie, weren't they?
And dancing in his kilt. Was it that one?
It was when he was kicking off with Jose JG Gonzalez, and he was saying, "I still like you, but I'm really fucked off." And it was just awesome how they put it together. I can't remember who it was though.
I really like you, JJ.
That Juffin blowing on paper was best one by QMF, but
Oh yeah.
That were
But yeah,
hilarious.
I can't play it unfortunately.
No.
QNF
Is
doesn't
Jose
like.
JG Gonzalez still around?
As far as I know, I don't know if he's got a channel anymore.
I haven't. No, he's just vanished into thin air. I think he stopped like 2 years ago. I think he realized that people aren't taking him seriously.
Yeah, you can't be a flat earther and then go back to the ball and expect to be taken seriously. That's why Ranty can't come back, and if he does, he'll just still not be taken seriously. Jose is the same. Jaron's going to be in that same category.
Yeah, Jaron's like thinking he's the new Golden Globe boy. No, he's become the joke.
Mhm.
Jose JG Gonzalez, Ranty, and Jaron, what have they all got in common? They're all retards.
Well, the only thing Jaron's making videos about is trying to make fun of NASA still for some reason. I don't get it. I mean, if you're going to make fun of the people you're joining, it's not going to work out for you very well.
Well, the thing is, now the people are going to start calling him out for hypocrisy because he's claiming, well, they can't fake the sun, but they can fake space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's stupid, man. It's just going to get dumber.
Yeah, it's dumb.
He can't be on the ball Earth side then if he's still taking the piss out of NASA. Oh, I know what he is. He's one of these people that doesn't know if he's male or female. He doesn't know whether he's on the globe side or the flat Earth side. So he's confused. That's what he is.
Whatever he feels like that day, that's what he is.
Yeah, I'm not a flat earther, but I'm not a baller. I identify as somewhere in the middle.
Is an Helio Flatfordite?
Well, he still worships.
Thank you, Royd, for becoming a member. King Rooster. Woo! Really appreciate it. You rock, man. Thank you very much for the support. Sorry, go on, Roger.
Yeah, he still worships Bob and Rob Skiba, and he'll mention them like every other show at least, and the rest in peace thing constantly. But I think that's what he's clinging on to in his mind. He
identifies as
something. If ever there's a sinking ship in flat Earth, that's it. Holding on to Bob Nodell and his legacy. I mean, that's like the Titanic, isn't it? It's a slow sinking thing over a many thousand of miles or whatever it was that it took for it to sink. That's Bob Nodell's rest in peace legacy. Shout out to Bob.
I think he identifies as a trans Home Depot Glober.
Well, I went on Speaker's Corner, and he's like going on about Home Depot while I was talking to him. Like, where did this come up? And I'm like, dude, like concrete over distance, it has tolerance. You're not going to get a solid level million Home Depots side by side. It's not going to work. He agreed with me on that, and I thought he had saw what I'd said, but he kept going on about it. It's still a thing in his mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Home Depot earther for sure.
Home Depot, I agree.
Yeah.
This is Sean Hawkins, guys.
Say something. Go on.
Can't look at him me without laughing. Sorry.
So we're watching Sean Hawkins watching us.
This is a mirror for you.
Yeah, let's make it this way. Sean, you can come in. Well, let's see who's in this chat. Citizen 9, Mr. B. You were mopped. Oh, Chris. I haven't seen Chris for a while.
No hope for you are mopped if he's in that chat. No hope for him.
Nope. I agree. Patio Furniture, whoever that is. Gregory Nitsky. For Flatzoid's perspective. The Drunky Show. Oh, poor Mike. I've decided to leave Mike alone because he's been emailing me lately. Everybody wants to debate me on his show. Not interested. After the messages I saw he left to his community after our chat, the guy's vile. Sorry. I lost all my respect for him.
I don't know why you waste your time with him, Flats. I really don't.
No, I gave him the benefit of doubt, but he showed his true colors after the chat. So
they're all the same, man.
Sorry, Mike. Not going to waste my time with you, man.
And they'll just want to freeload off you. In future, if you want to debate, they come to your channel and you'll get out.
That's my whole thought. If the guys want to debate, they can come here. Just like tonight, it's open for them. Why aren't they here? What
I don't
color
know.
is that?
Couldn't
Who's
tell you.
taking photos?
That was me. I'm taking screenshots of everybody.
Oh.
Okay.
If you're on screen, you're shot. No, I'm doing it on my phone.
Okay, let's see if we can go through this video a bit more. See what's going on.
Right.
Wow.
How did we get onto Sean Hawkins from this?
I don't know. Really
Because of
bored. That's what
Polaris.
it is.
Because of
Oh,
Polaris.
Yeah.
Look at this. Wow. That's based on the globe. Phew. Big difference.
I love his pants. He does them I get like at least 3 a week.
And don't ballers say that flares don't go and do the same observation on different days?
Well, that's the whole point to him right here. Yeah.
But that's the thing that pisses me off with these anti-flat earthers as well. I mean, look at the days when Anthony and Rankin went to do like the lighthouse operations and things. They were so finicky on literally, oh, your belly's on the sand, but how high are you literally? Did you measure it to the inch, to the centimeter? But when you get a damn glober taking an observation, they don't have to have their camera there.
And then they go to Antarctica and come back with loads of videos with no information with them whatsoever.
No
Yeah.
timestamps. No nothing.
Not even measuring how high their camera was off the ground or nothing. It's just they can just put it there. It's fine. But as soon as a flat earther does something, you're wrong. I mean, look at my observation I did with the sunrise. Now they're all saying I'm lying because their first excuse was, no, you used a steel table and a steel chair, and then I put a magnet under the wooden chair, and then I didn't show it aligned properly, and then why didn't I put it in the same frame I lied? And it's not. Now I even apparently lied about my destination as well.
You had a fake vacation too, didn't you, Flats?
So
that just reminds me of the young Mr. Cheswick
Someone
song.
tried telling me that you were in about 13 different locations. I was thinking, what?
Damn.
it's ridiculous.
Well, it just says, "Trust me, bro."
But
I'm
you know
in
the difference between me and TFE? I gave my date and time, and I did it live.
Yeah.
And I used 3 different phones for the compasses. Weird.
So
Your location was always the same, though, isn't it?
And they were the same.
So, question for you, Flats: do the regular compasses work in South Africa?
Have you seen Peter's video, Flats?
I watched it today. Let me put it this way.
Is this Markley?
The guy, no, PT, he's not even worth it to reply. That's how bad it is. It's the same as when I tried to explain to him that time on Geometra, when he's trying to explain perspective in orthographic view. Remember that? It's exactly that. The guy doesn't understand what's going on, but he's trying to tell us we're wrong. And then he makes the point for me while he's trying to tell me I'm wrong. And then now with this one, he just said, you said you're here, but you were here. No, I'm literally where I said I was. I think I can see. I put photos, videos, everything where I was. And then he says, but you were looking at 118 degrees. No. It's not 118 degrees.
Yeah, I read the compass report here right there. It was with 120.
Just because he says, no, therefore I'm wrong.
Well, trust him, bro.
Yeah. We can actually go through PT's video after this, I think. And I can show you. It's really ridiculous. And then I can show you he doesn't understand what parallax is.
Oh, Jay Tolman's making videos again. Do you see that?
Oh.
TJ put one on. Yeah.
I like Jay Tolan's observations, but I am a bit skeptical on what he
subscribed from him.
Yeah, he's a bit dodgy to me. He does still sound like a glober with some of the things he says and how he presents it. That's the only thing that bothers me with him. But otherwise, yeah.
And the one thing he did in the video that PJ had was he kind of debunked the moon landing footage. Is what he was doing, which is good.
Yay! Good to see you, no fanfare. Good to see you, man. See, there you can see the truck, just like in reality. Now, I want to ask you something. What he showed you, did that mimic what was observed or not?
Yes, it did.
And which one mimicked what we observed?
The flat Earth one is pretty close to it, real close.
Odd. Very odd.
Strange.
See what's nice to have cesium in Unreal Engine. See how it renders all of it out.
It is nice.
It takes the elevations, it takes everything precisely from Google Earth.
Now here's the actual footage here, I think.
Yeah. This is the real footage.
So if Duffy's got some observations, we can help him out with that. He needs it. We can show him flat observations all day. Have no problem with it.
What is it with all these anti-flat earthers, lady? They look sickly.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, they do.
Is it just me, or am I seeing things? But they all look sickly.
Well, they all took you know what, didn't they?
It's like the stress is getting too much for them or something.
I think it's the lies that they're swallowing. They don't realize it, but it is.
Or maybe they're just aging very fast.
Mm-hmm.
In a bad way, by the way, not good. And Simon Dan's truck. I like that. What does this tell you, guys? Simon Dan shouldn't try to debunk anything.
Nope. I said I did a stream on this earlier, and
Yeah.
he's out of his league, dude. That's really what it is. He shouldn't even try this stuff. If he should go out in the field and see what it really looks like. But it's easier.
But you see, the sad thing is, all Simon Dan's followers, like I said, is only going to see his part of this. They're not going to see Heath Comedy's part. They're just going to look at Simon Dan and then just accept it as truth. That's it. And then Heath Comedy will just get a whole bunch of trolls. Oh, Simon Dan, I whipped your ass, blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, Simon Dan is literally the biggest dunce you can find.
I don't know. I don't see why they have channels, man. To be honest with you, they're not even. They're just fascinated with the space and whatnot. They don't know anything about it at all. They don't understand flight. Don't understand anything. But yet they're experts.
Well, they do stand in the circle and sing Kumbaya and then say the same word. So therefore, they are experts, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's all I need to do. I can start my own channel.
Because remember, they got the new Oracle, ChatGPT. So the Oracle helps him a lot if with information needed. The sad thing is about ChatGPT gets debunked by ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is just like a baller. Very easy to prove wrong.
Yeah, it keeps contradicting itself, just like these guys.
Well, maybe it's a good thing in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
It's a puppet, dude. It's a puppet master, and somebody's feeding information.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's just sucking it up, including Simon Dan and his followers.
Yep. There you go. Look how they literally have to flatten the Earth out.
How far was that?
I don't know.
I think that's 50 miles to the next the
Look
mountain
how
range.
big he has to make the radius to work, just so you can see his truck on a globe.
Yeah, there's no way you should see it.
Halfway radius between globe and flat. That's insane.
Yeah, that's a lot of refraction.
A
A
lot.
whole lot.
Opposite directions, exactly.
It should be exactly the same, right?
Insane.
I thought it was a good little video, though. To be honest.
Yeah, he's just showing them the contradiction. They're not able to.
This is why I don't get why Ranty and other people would actually run away from the observations and topic after he did all that.
That's why I say Ranty is still a flat earther. He was paid out. You can't tell me Ranty saw observations that they did and then
No.
go back to what he says and then literally ignore everything he saw.
You can literally pit Ranty's old videos against his baller videos.
And he debunks himself.
Exactly. Guys, please hit the likes, share the show. Really appreciate you all, by the way. And if you know any ballers that want to come in, let them know. It's their night to shine. So anyway, I've got 173 votes. The global religion is dying. Yes, 69%. No, 31%. The globe is
31%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What exactly did I say I want to show after this? Oh, PT. Yeah. Let's go to PT. Whoa, Creaky Blinder did a video on me. 21 minutes ago.
Nice. He's probably calling you a liar, too.
You won't believe what Flatzoid thinks his finger proves. What?
Your finger.
My finger. Okay, let's see that one. That should be interesting.
This is the same finger that Sean Hawkins used in that last video?
I don't know. Let's see.
Welcome back. In today's video, we will dissect delusions, smack down pseudoscience, and have a good laugh while doing it. Today's specimen, a classic from the Flat Earth's Greatest Misses collection, my pal Flatzoid. And his, shall we say, creative interpretation of how sunsets work. So let's crack on, shall we?
What?
How sunsets work.
Creative interpretation. Okay. Let's see.
I love his hat.
But before we do...
Huh?
I love his hat. His bargain.
He does seem to be degressing the older he gets. It's sort of like he looks like, like the old-timer drug dealer.
He's going for Miyagi look.
He looks like a crayon. That's what I was going to say.
Crayon.
He's to be fair, he's definitely a work of art.
Oh yeah.
He reminds me of one of those guys from Devo, that band in the 80s.
Yeah. Crack that whip. Take your mama's back.
His little hat, his little helmet there.
I've actually seen them play here in the States. They're still playing music, man. Devo's still around. Yeah, they wear the planter hats too.
His teeny weeny beanie. That's what that is.
Okay.
Today's video is sponsored by Saily.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald. Please subscribe.
Okay. It's everything. Okay. Please, just easy, reliable internet.
Okay, we don't need anything. We just
pick your plan. Place the normal where the other way.
Okay.
Well, if you run a SIAP, you got to pay for it.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be mean, but every time I see a guy with a nose ring, I just feel like taking.
You want to pull it out?
I don't know why. It's It's just one of those things.
15% off at checkout. Way of
Check out.
You love my brother. My brother's completely covered in piercings and tattoos, so he's worse than Creaky. My brother was an artist, though. He did it for a living.
Oh well, we're home. Right, back to the video.
Okay. Okay. That's what the globe claims, guys.
Well, I'll take your word for it, pal, because you haven't actually told us what we claim that about.
Yes. That's exactly what the globe claimed on the 25th of December at 4:50 in the morning when the sun rises, 4:52, 4:53. The sun would rise at 118 degrees southeast. That's what it's pointing to.
And Flats, where did you get that information from, sir? Was it
From Globers?
Oh.
From Globers. I even made a community post for it.
Yeah.
Because our dear friend Andrew Johnston even made a prediction before I did it.
And he was off, right?
Oh yeah, he was off. Let's go to that. How do I? Doesn't want to make it bigger. Open image, a new tab. Why? Well, anyway, here's Andrew Johnston's thing. You can see where he put the star, remember? And he says, "You failed so badly last year, Flatzoid's perspective. Do try harder this time. You'll have to get up pretty early tomorrow because the sun rises at 9 minutes to 5 in the morning. We expect some awesome photos from your new 20-year-old camera." Well, the new 20-year-old camera gave beautiful photos, didn't it? The star is look what he says. The star is about where the sun will rise at 118 degrees truth, 146 degrees magnetic. Correct? That's where he said.
I see that.
Then I went and I did my observation. Whoopsie. There's 118, just like he said. Where's the sun?
Nowhere near
122. Yeah.
So can anybody tell me again how I'm wrong?
No, but Creaky's going to tell us here in a minute, ain't he?
Yeah. Let's see what Mr. Creaky has to say. That's what the globe claims the sun should be. Let me show you where it is.
You still haven't told us where you are, because what?
It's literally got my location on screen. And also, to pay attention, wasn't that like the fourth time I tried to do that sun observation at my location? So everybody knows where I was.
Obviously, he's got one-way lenses in his glasses, and they're in the wrong way.
It's quite weird because everybody was on my live streams for like all the time. That was like my fourth attempt to get the sunrise. So everybody knew where I was, same place as always, and it literally has the latitude and longitude on screen for you. Creaky?
You're showing us would vary.
Sorry?
He should know that. I mean, if he watched the video.
Mm-hmm. He could have asked as well.
Yeah.
More than happy to tell him.
Depending on your location and the time of year, seasons, all that kind of stuff.
25th of December, 2024, Uvongu, KwaZulu-Natal, latitude and longitude on screen.
And it was winter? Would that be a season, Leslie?
Yeah, and I even gave the time because I was live. Now, let's compare that to what TFE did. Did we get a time?
Nope.
They just made a claim on a day, and that's it. And said, we think that's south, we think that's north. That's it.
Very well documented, yes.
Yeah. But this is exactly what I said earlier. The guys are such hypocrites. They expect you to be pinpoint with everything, backups of everything, but they can just show up and then it's fine for them.
Just trust me, bro.
Yeah.
I got this song stuck in my head. I was watching Mr. Cheswick earlier. It's like, yeah. It's a catchy little tune, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro.
Stuff. The kind of stuff that only happens because the Earth is an oblate spheroid tilted on its axis.
122,
Whoa,
23?
whoa,
Oh, yeah, I
whoa,
get you.
Well, I'm glad
And a blade spheroid tilts it and shows a sphere.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
It's a geoid.
In
isn't
space.
it? No.
So he just made a claim. And by the way, Creaky, you're saying that's what should happen because of the sphere. Then why is it off of this globe prediction? Why is it not showing what the globe predicts? Oh, I know, because reality doesn't match your belief system.
Did you see Royd's comment just now? The dude looks like a cracked gnome, a cracked out gnome.
A weathered garden gnome.
Yeah.
There we go.
God, that's funny.
glad one of us does, because I still haven't got a clue what he's talking about.
Yeah.
We know.
And there's the sun.
Video about it, fella.
You know that's due to the magnetic
Don't know
declination. That's why you got to calculate.
Telling you that you're wrong, but don't know note about it.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, even on my first stream, I even used, I did magnetic declination and I did without true north as well, just to show the difference. So, yeah.
You gotta keep moving it.
23, 122. It's around about 122, 123, guys.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Right, now I'm still not completely certain where he's headed with this, but I'm sure, like every other flat earther, it'll become as clear as mud really soon. Now, this is just...
Censored. What's it made censored? What? I made the video. Nothing censored about it. Gave the information.
Me thinking out loud, but you know, if you get like a laser pointer and you point it at something like at the desk you're stood at, it's really easy to control where that dot is. But then if you go outside and point it at something way off in the distance, suddenly it looks like you can't keep your hands still.
Sort of like when you guys claim you can bounce radar off of a little glass on the moon, mirror on the moon.
Trust
Weird
me,
that.
bro. Yeah.
Trust me, bro. But it's amazing. These guys always want to play that game. And then when we ask them, okay, how are we able to get radar to pinpoint line of sight to someone hundreds of kilometers away? I know, because it's a flat earth. Wow.
Because of the distance the laser's traveling, that kind of... You see where I'm going with this? So isn't that a bit of a flaw for your very accurate measurements, Flatzoid? You've just
Sorry, did I say very accurate measurements, or did I say 122 to 123? Or did I say, hey, it's accurate?
It's more accurate than their prediction, though. I can tell you that the prediction. Was
But let me put it this way. If you see the sun in the sky or the moon, are you able to point your finger towards it? Because you can see it.
Yeah.
So why can't I align a compass to the sun? Huh. That's odd. But they expect the guys from TFE to be able to do it. Now, what makes it different to me?
Next time you do it, Flats, get a scope and zoom right in on the sun. Just line it up for.
You see, the thing is they have to make excuses now because their globe's prediction is shown false. That's all.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's it.
did your phone in the sun's general direction and you're making some sort of claim about it being in the wrong place, I guess?
No,
So yeah,
not everybody's perfect, Flats, you know. They're not perfect, you know. They can't get it right all the time.
Well, I agree with you, 100%. And I assume you're talking about people like me, and you're right. We can't get it right all the time, but we still do it a little better than flat earthers because
Wait. Because why?
they can't get it right any of the time.
Oh, that's it.
So that's his rebuttal to it. No, you're wrong.
Flat earthers are really stupid. Flatzoid, we're just dumb.
Yeah. I'm just dumb. Man. And by the way, I have another video coming out about the sunrise and sunset. I was just waiting for all the excuses to come out. Yeah, because people are dumb. The globers are dumb. Hey guys, good to see you guys. Yeah, well, this is Sunday Concalc, and this is the time of the observation. The globe claimed 118 degrees sunrise. That's the position of the sun from my location.
Ah, right, finally I can see where this is going. Sun and date calculator, the flat earthers' favourite tool that they think helps them when all it does is we all know what it does.
What it does is it predicts a globe prediction, and what I did was I took that globe prediction and I showed it doesn't match observation.
It's a good place to go.
This guy reminds me of Planner Walk. He's getting to the point where he's confused and he's not quite sure where he fits in society. I mean, look at him.
He's beyond Planner Walk.
I don't know. I think he's a little bit behind him, and Planner Walk's leading the way, but I think he looks up to Planner Walk in some way.
But you know, you guys understand why I said to Natch he should stop pushing Sundate and Calc?
Yeah, makes sense.
Because look what he's referencing now. Flat earthers are using Sundate and Calc. No, not the flat earthers I know, just the fake ones.
He reminds me of that guy called Limey Play. Do you remember him? Slimy Play.
Oh, yeah.
They both can't speak.
The guy that told me when things move away, the angles get bigger.
They do? He said
they both, neither of these two can speak properly.
He says, when I move the car away, the angles get bigger. I was like, oh my word.
Your field of view when you go higher gets wider. That's the only thing I can think about in that respect. But everything, when you get away from it, the angles get bigger.
Yeah, angular size gets smaller of the object, but the angle's getting bigger. Yeah.
So your measurements were 2 or 3 degrees different from the 118.
No, he can't count. He just said they always get it right. 4 degrees.
That's a big difference.
Let's try it again. 119, 120, 121, 122. That's 4. So he can't even count to 4 then? Okay.
You got it.
Well done, Creaky.
Degrees that the globe model predicts, and you don't think that that may be down to the method you used? Because the way...
I don't know. The method I used was point the thing at the sun.
You used the degrees on the horizon, right? That's what you used?
Last time I checked, it's like, oh, there's the sun. Let me point it towards the sun and see what the measurement is. So, is he saying, let's for instance take a sextant. Are you saying when you look at the sun with a sextant, you're not actually looking directly at the sun? Because it seems to be far away. Is that what he's saying? He's saying I'm squint or something.
You measured the sun's degrees is like me trying to measure the distance to the moon by walking 1 foot carefully in front of the other until I get there.
Which was on the rooftop at the place we just saw, where I observed it. And the time was around 5:53 a.m. of sunrise. The odd thing is, look where the sun is on dates and calc, 118 degrees, as you see. And let me show you more or less where we are actually observed it. Why did he put his rubbish music over my music? It just sounds like sounds rubbish.
this is a hit piece. This is all this is. You know, because
Yeah.
you're valid. You know, you're actually doing a real experiment, and it's like he gets the easy job because all he has to do is just
Not an
pick
experiment.
apart.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the point. It's not an experiment. It's an observation, but the
An
observation
observation.
shows their claim wrong.
Right, an observation, my bad.
Mhm.
But you know, he gets the easy job of just kind of dissecting and making fun and having. It's just a hit piece. That's all this is.
Yeah, he just wants content.
Flatzoid, did that app that you used to measure the angle, did that app consider declination either way?
Yes, I said true north and magnetic north on both.
And the difference between the two
my first two streams, I showed the difference if you put it to magnetic north and to true north.
And how far out was it when it was like 5 degrees or 4 degrees?
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, which way round was it though? When you had it 4 or 5 degrees out, which way was that, with declination or without?
That was with the magnetic north, yeah.
Oh, really? So when it was off, it was miles out.
So when it was true north, it was it's like, yeah, a lot off. That's why I say this whole magnetic thing, magnetic declination that they're placing and stuff, is because they're actually trying to counteract that we live on a flat Earth.
Yeah, it's because they can't. If you were to do that with a real compass, an actual physical compass, it wouldn't line up anything like it. So they need a just so story to explain why it doesn't line up, and that's what their just so story is.
Mm-hmm.
Magnetic, yeah. Declination.
It's like us saying the Earth's flat and then getting curvature and measuring curvature and saying refraction, and that would be our just so story, right?
Mm-hmm. And I got to point out again, guys, this wasn't to say whether the Earth is a globe or it's flat. It's got nothing to do with the floor we stand upon. This was just based on they made a claim and I showed their claim false. That's it. Okay? I don't have to replace it to say, whoa, what would the flat Earth show? I'm just saying, globe has made a claim. I said, okay, let's test your claim. And the claim was shown false. Simple as that. More or less.
Did you hear that? More or less. Now, when you're trying to take accurate measurements, Flatzoid, more or less doesn't cut it, pal.
Did anyone ever once say accurate?
No, they didn't.
If he ever tries doing that himself, he'll realize how difficult it is because you're measuring something based on something right under your nose, but you're aiming it at something at the horizon and it's below the horizon. So you're not only just lining it up left to right, you've got to try and guess it based on up and down as well. And that's not easy to do, mate.
Yeah, and it's based on accurate enough. I don't need to be 100% accurate because the whole point was they made a position where the sun will rise, and I showed it was in a different position where the sun's supposed to rise. So the observation shows it is off. Even if it was 1 degree, that means it's false because you've made a globe claim. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, when me and QE were looking in the cell nav, the biggest issue we had were that we're shooting at a moving target to start with. That was how its accuracy is going to be tough when it comes to exactly what you're looking at. The sun, the stars, the moon, they're all moving. So it's hard to get a really precise location for your GP.
That's why they take loads of shots at it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Creaky has no idea.
No, but you see, he's trying to. This is what you say again, making a Duffy. He's trying to straw man and misrepresent things and say, I'm saying accurate. Never once claimed ever accurate. So that's lying. So he's trying to paint it to his audience that, well, guys, we can't prove actually that what he showed was wrong. So we're just going to nitpick and say he wasn't accurate enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You need to be precise. Although that being said, using that logic, I could say that my knob is more or less 10
You want us to be precise, but look at your right ear's lobe is bigger than your left ear's lobe. That's not too precise, man.
And that big long knob he's talking about is hanging off his forehead.
Heck, the goat teeth he's busy showing now. I'm sorry, but he always looks like a goat when he looks like this. The goatee not helping. It's also not precise. I don't need to be precise. I just need to show you. Check, guys. You claim this is where the sun's supposed to rise, and this is where it rises. That's it.
I agree. Precision is not fundamental in that observation. It isn't. You can be half a degree out. Who cares?
Yeah, that's why I said between 22 and 23. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yes, I could have said 21. That's not going to make a difference. The point is, to the left is where they claim the sun to be, and this is where the sun came. That's it. I didn't even need to use a compass. I just had to bring up that thing. This is where 118 degrees is by this carport. This is where it came up. Guys debunked. That's it. But these guys have nothing.
Inches, give or take 7 inches.
There's Planner Walk.
I saw it. Sorry?
There was Planner Walk there. Right on cue, right?
My little pony, my little pony.
That position, I would say.
I mean, you can say it as much as you like, but you didn't. You saw it at 118 degrees, as the globe is able to predict.
I didn't see it at 118 degrees. That's the whole point, you doofus. Are you stupid? Wait, never mind. Don't answer.
I think he is.
Let me see it. Someone's got a lot of background noise.
Is it me?
I was on mute.
I think it's Roger. It sounds like it's raining
Me
almost.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it was. Those are my headphones. Sorry. They're cracking. Is it raining now?
Yeah.
It's my fan. It's been a while.
Okay, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you see where the light is?
Yes.
My mouse. See, that's practically where it is. This is just before sunrise, okay?
Okay.
This is
That was the same.
This is more to the right. This is like almost 130 degrees. Okay?
Strange.
This is where the sun is off that rise because it rises and goes like that. You see, that's 118 degrees between this carport and this wall, around there. Okay? You can see? This is where the sun rose. That, between there is 118 degrees. That is where the sun is. So there's 118 degrees, 122 to 123 degrees. How can you
Looks
be...
like looks like you're spot on to where it almost is.
Yeah. So I want to know, where am I observing a sun rising at 118 degrees if that is 118 degrees?
He's doing a Duffy.
He's doing a Duffy.
Definitely.
And by the way, look at that awesome flat horizon.
I know. It goes on.
I
and
love
on.
my new 20-year-old camera because it did what I wanted it to do.
Duffy claims he's seen bendy water.
Oh, yeah, he said he's measured it.
He
So
said he's
we're gonna
measured
wait for
bendy
it.
water.
You see, yeah, I even aligned the corner of the terrace here to that. See?
Yeah, makes sense.
That's good.
Beautiful.
So if they're going to use McToon for bendy water, we know what he's going to do. He's going to go to a beach and find a swell or a wavy day and look, curvature. We predicted it.
Now, what he'll normally do is they'll normally get the fish tank spinning on that thing and then show curvy water. And we go, yeah, it's inside a container, dickhead. Do it on the outside of the container. And then all of a sudden there's crickets.
Oh, yeah, the levels. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
As it's been accurately measured. We aren't like flat earthers. We don't guess these things.
Yeah, me neither. What I did was show that's where 118 degrees is, and it's that side. So therefore, it's off.
When that statement that he just made, you don't know for a start, Cheeky. You just get told, or you go and have a look on internet. You don't do nothing, mate.
Exactly. What's up, Vlad?
Hey, Flat Say panel, how's everybody doing?
Good to see you, man.
Glad.
Likewise. I'm on the clock, so I just don't want to be showing my face while I'm over here, working and stuff. But good show so far. And what's the name of this guy? You guys keep calling him Cranky or Crikey. What's this guy's
Blinder.
name?
Creaky Blinder.
Creaky. That's it. Creaky Blinder. Okay, kind of like the show almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a real straw catcher. How can I put that?
Yeah. These guys need to tread lightly, man, because the globe they just bought enough time with this crazy odd experiment of theirs, but I mean they're running out of time, so it's interesting days we live in now.
Mm-hmm. No, the globe religion's dead. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
It's an experiment that's not an experiment that is an experiment. It wants to be an experiment that will never be an experiment. It's one of those experiments. Yeah.
So
you can't even define experiment.
They're ramping up these hit pieces because they know they're losing ground.
Yes.
Yeah, I think TFE literally did the opposite effect as what they wanted.
Yeah, that's what I
think they're really pissed off as well, because I think they really think that we're all in a meltdown, because I keep seeing them videos like called Effie in meltdown over new video and all that. And the reality is none of us care but Jerry.
Yeah.
None of us care.
They're trying to paint that picture to people that's coming into the arena now.
Because
because it's their desperation. It's like, if you get in this, look, all the flat earthers are melting down, blah, blah, blah. No, you guys are melting down, and that's why you're being desperate to try and paint it to the new people that looks like we're melting down. In the meantime, we are laughing at this idiocy. We're just pointing out all the things that are wrong, and apparently we're melting.
Yep.
Do you know what we should do? Just to be arseholes, we should argue the counter refraction argument and just say, oh yeah, the refraction index is a lot different over there, and that's why it doesn't set. That's all they ever do, isn't it? Ever do refraction and then just say, well, it's counter refraction. It's because it's cold.
We could say that.
Give them a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, it's because refraction, guys. That's why I didn't say it. Sorry.
Yeah. It's the lack of refraction. It's no Atmo day.
Yeah. That's actually good.
I think TFE is just a thing to get most people on the bandwagon and then make Austin and Jaron look like fools as an example of what flat earthers are. We're nothing like.
Yeah, tarred and feathered is the phrase.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, this is something that I'd mentioned yesterday on my show, that since those guys were like the big, pretty much like the head figures of I guess you could say, of the movement, like us, I wouldn't say us tearing them down, but us pointing out all the inconsistencies and them being caught up in the mix kind of makes them lose credibility. So then because they lose credibility, it makes it appear as if flat earth loses credibility in the eyes of the public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think
there's a lot of psychology going on here.
Yeah. Austin's being the light, man. He's actually trying to keep it on the flat side. He's realizing what he's into. He knows he's up to his neck in it, and it's.
Yep.
I would love to see him stay on our side. Personally, I don't have anything against him. I know he likes to double speak a lot. He likes to lie about him because he's trying to make himself look good, dude. He's all about image with him. So.
Yeah, but they know that if they get rid of Austin, he's obviously one of the more outspoken of the flat Earth community, and what makes him look even better is just how well he handles the whole scientific aspect of everything. Right? Not saying that he's the best at it, but just how well he maneuvers around it and how well he discusses it. The only problem is that if they just sully his name, it's I guess it's just bad for debating, if anything, because he's like the champion when it comes to those debates,
Right.
Yeah. Toto's mad. We're not in Kansas anymore. All right.
Yeah, I think when they did this, the people, the newbies to questioning, are the ones that are going to get kind of set back by that.
It's a matter of credibility when it comes to this.
But
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
but the truth will come out, and the truth continues to win.
Yes.
So Mark,
no matter how long it takes.
Mark 4:22. There's nothing that's secret that won't be revealed. I believe that.
Yeah.
Restream's giving me crap right now. It's reloading for some reason. I don't know why. Strange. Yeah.
Sounds like a big dog.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Jaren is out there selling those shirts that says "shill" all over
Is
it,
he?
and I'm like, this dude's got some nerve. Yeah, he is.
hell.
And the sad thing is, people are buying it.
They are.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Yes, they are.
But Anthony doesn't know he's not on mute, doesn't he?
Let them all buy it, and then we'll know who they are, won't we?
Yeah, we're all.
Yeah,
I'll buy one just to wear it. You know, I'm a shill. You want to be a shill too?
Jeez.
I'll buy one and wipe my bum on it.
As if.
Yeah, there you go.
As if exactly. As if it's funny what he's doing. As if it's a joke.
Oh yeah.
It's all good, man.
Well, it's getting us publicity at least, and if reasonable people watch the arguments, they'll understand. And then that's what I'm counting on.
Yep.
Well, like Flat was saying last week or so, separating the wheat from the tares.
There's a lot of tears, dude. There's a lot.
There's a lot of tears. A lot more than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, ready to go?
So it's funny. It's also. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Why is that? Why would it be in that position if it's supposed to be there?
Well, I guess it's just one of life's mysteries, Flatzoid. Do you know, whenever you're a flat earther trying to explain something, or more specifically trying to answer a question, this is what it sounds like to me.
What color is a fire truck?
Oh God, I always get these. Okay.
What? Hey, so what's up?
What's going on?
Yo.
I don't get the comparison there.
What's up, man?
Who was that reject we just saw with the looked like somebody just threw him out of a punk rock club for not being cool.
Creaky Blinder. He's saying because I see the sun rising at not what the globe claimed, therefore now I'm wrong. I saw it rise what the globe claimed.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like his outfit.
Fire truck. Oh, God, I can picture him now.
Sorry?
I just said just like his outfit doesn't make sense. Creaky Blinder's outfit. Oh, never mind. It wasn't worth saying.
All red and everything.
Let's go there. We were about 122, 123. Let's say around about there. That's where we observed the sun at sunrise. That was where the sun was.
Creaky Blinder, can I give you some advice? Please don't put your damn music over my music. It makes it sound bad. It sounds like, well, I don't know what's the English word for demakar. All messed up. Wow.
I want to compare it to elevator music, man. That's what it sounds like to me. You get on the elevator music.
He's putting his music over my music, and it just doesn't sound right.
No.
Supposed to be at sunrise. That is a whole 3, 4 or 5 degrees off.
Have you noticed that when Flatzoid says off, he sounds like a posh old man trying to shoo kids from his garden?
What?
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Is that his response?
Always something. Always something.
Well, look, out of the 7 minutes we watched from him so far, no, that's not precise. It's almost 7 minutes, Creaky. He hasn't actually given any rebuttal to anything.
No, he's ad homing you now. That's what it seems like. He's attacking your character, not the argument. So he doesn't have anything. Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't shown how I've been wrong. He's just saying I'm wrong.
They never do.
That's called being a douche nozzle.
That's what the hat reminds me of. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Get off my lawn. Yes.
Lord.
Yeah, what the Globe claims, blah, 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 whatever, nobody cares. Do me a favour though, Flat.
Yeah, nobody cares. Okay, great. What the Globe
done.
claim, nobody cares. Great. So the Globe claims, nobody cares, guys. Why? So if a Globe comes and makes a claim, we just say, nobody cares.
Nobody
Cool,
cares.
there you go. Yeah.
Nobody gives a rat's ass.
Cool. So why do they want us to replace their claims every time it's shown wrong? If they don't care. That's a bit odd to me.
And can I say something right quick? There's a video in private chat that I put in there. You'll love it. Go watch it. It's an observation of curvature. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Duffy.
Well, I can't wait to see Duffy's proof of gas pressure without containment, physically measured convexity, and there was something else.
An observation of Earth's movement.
Yes.
Then,
I'm still going to bring that video out soon. Because, he made a claim. He's going to do that. So,
It's going to take a while. We're going to be waiting for that for a really long
I've got the receipt.
You figure if you had claims like this to show everybody, you'd be excited to show everybody. If this was in fact true, you'd be excited to show everybody what it is you found, to show that the flat Earth is a lie. It's these guys are something else.
Well, he rejected the idea 4 times, and then on the 4th time he said, "Well, I've already done that."
He's going to go do it. Is what he's like, or you said render it.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
You see.
Flatzoid, because I know you'll watch this video as soon as you see yourself in the thumbnail.
Because we just saw it live. I was going to PT's ridiculous one, and now you did the video. So how else are we going to not watch it?
Can you show me, using your phone, what 3 degrees looks like? Because that was the method you...
Okay. I'll quickly do it.
Okay. It actually has a dial on it. It shows you the degrees that it's pointing in the direction, and it declinates to the north. It's just really amazing what compasses can do.
Just get a protractor and just show 3 little lines on it.
Any way you want to do it, dude.
So, in other words,
the
guy doesn't know how a compass works. Okay.
That seems to be a problem with Globers.
Just for you, Creaky. Oh, I knocked that down. Okay, so.
Are you pointing at the sun?
Okay, let's put it north. Okay, it's north. Okay, you click this, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4 degrees. There we go. 4 degrees.
Wow, how'd you do that? Yeah.
4 degrees. Let's be more precise. Should I go to 8 degrees?
Yeah, go ahead.
6, 7, 8. There we go. 8 degrees. Which other one should I go to, guys? Let's actually go haywire. Let's go. Whoop, all the way east.
Wow.
Look at that. 90 degrees east. Should I make it more? Well, what does he want? What does he want?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That was easy though.
Cheers, lad. Thanks for coming, man. So, yeah, is that what he wanted?
I hope he watches this. Put him tag him in the thumbnail.
Oh no, he watches my content. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made this video.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Creaky Blinder. That's the compass on my phone. Quite accurate. Okay.
Somebody's going for walkies.
Yeah, someone's going for walkies. Okay.
You use to measure the degrees of the sun using your phone. So can you do the same thing and show me what 3 degrees of difference would look like? Silly me.
I just showed you.
We just did. Yeah.
3 degrees over a vast distance is a much wider amount than it is up close, retard.
Think of a funnel. But you know what's funny about this? The 3 degrees here is the same as 3 degrees there.
Yep.
Yeah, it comes to a point on the compass, doesn't it? For some reason?
And this is why the globe cannot have elevation angles, because the one arm is straight and the other arm is curving.
That's been nation's heart for 8 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've got one word. I don't like saying it, but I have to say it. Retard.
You did.
I think Trump signed an executive order. We can use that word again now.
Really? No, I'm going to use it today at work.
And I mean, I can place this pen somewhere, and I can take the compass and I can literally align it to the pen. Doesn't matter how far it is. Okay, I can align it to the pen. It would give me a reading, which shows where the pen is, just like the reading shows to where the sun is.
Yeah.
This is why I gave reference frames to those roofs, like the carport roof and everything on the roof, because that is where it shows you 118 degrees.
But didn't the sailors back in the old days use rope in their thumb to get a degree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it worked, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the thing that he's not really understanding, he's like, look, it's not very much on your compass. Extend those lines. Extend those lines out and see if it's not much. It's a lot. Same thing with a laser. If you line a laser up on a target, all you have to do is spark crossways and you're off now. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with the angular size too. Like that cow is really far away. The cow didn't change in size. It's just really far away. Same thing with the degrees. They're really far away from you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Keeps spreading. It keeps spreading as you get distance.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. In relation to the size of the Earth.
And then people want to tell me why I don't believe in the globe. Well, simple. Because observation tells me the globe's false.
Yeah. And is that the main reason? Because what you just said is the Earth is flat because it looks flat to me.
Well, the scientific impossibilities of a globe Earth there. What's this guy's name? Stinky Blinders?
Yeah. But I got to point out, he just did a Duffy again. He just told me something I didn't say.
Yeah.
We got a new thing. It's called a Duffyism.
So every time someone says something that you didn't say and says as if you said it, it's called a Duffy.
A Duffy.
Yeah, and if you're studying that, it's the study of duffology is what we call that.
Mm-hmm.
Or in German, doof.
I did this observation a few times. That was like the 4th attempt.
Why did it take 4 attempts? What, you...
Clouds. You know something that oddly didn't happen with TFE? Weather.
That was odd too. Yeah, that was really
strange. You look at all those ALE promotional videos and shit, and you don't see a whole lot of clear days at all. None.
No.
And they just get 3 clear days perfectly somehow.
Well, they prayed for it, you know.
Studio day.
Mm-hmm. Really odd.
The 18th? Yeah.
The 18th. What happened on the 18th?
But this shows you the guy hasn't even watched my live stream. So this is, if you actually watched my stuff, you would know there were overcast days. So that's why it's the 4th day doing it.
Couldn't make it look like it was wrong on the first 3 attempts?
The sunrise was very consistent, about 122, 123 degrees.
Well, which is it? 122 or 123 degrees? You can't have it both ways, pal. You've got to...
Because it's so close together, It's literally 122 or 123
Yeah, but
degrees.
122 or 123 is not 118, is it, Creaky?
No, it's far away from 118. It's 4 to 5 degrees off. The only reason I made it 122 actually was to help them out, to make it closer. That was it. It's kind of like when you give a guy something in your hand and he takes your whole hand.
To be precise.
This also comes to ask, why do the Globers still push the globe as real when you can show observation shows it to be false?
Well, go on then. Or is that what you think you've been doing? Because you haven't shown us anything.
I literally just showed you the sun 4 degrees out of your globe plane.
I told you he's wearing chuffing one-way lenses wrong way around, mate. He's been looking at a black screen.
I'm sorry, but if someone makes a claim like the globe at 118 degrees, and you go out and say, okay, it's not at 118 degrees, but look where it is, that is an observation that shows the claim wrong. That's... I actually got nothing else to say other than, dude, wake up.
Because all the information you're using is based on whether or not your phone was pointed accurately at the sun. This is almost as stupid as Mikey Smith trying to take the sun's temperature.
Damn! Or even the flat earthers that push sun calc as accurate.
But hang on a second, you were using sun calc to prove that the measurements you so accurately took were right, and I don't get it.
How do I play?
What?
He's very thick. The sun calc used is based on believing a globe. I am showing sun calc is wrong, so therefore globe is wrong. Get it? Or are they going to say, no, the sun calc's not based on a globe? Because if they say that, then the sun calc is wrong still, and therefore they can't use it for anything, which they always use for the globe, which should be counterintuitive. But don't worry, you think this is ridiculous. Wait till we get to PT. That guy's clutching at straws.
I spoke to Nikita the other day, and I told him, well, the sun calc is based for the globe, not for the flat earth. So he shouldn't be pushing the sun calc because it's inaccurate.
But what you've just said is, I'm going to show you how to add up 10 plus 10, but the answer will be wrong.
No, what I did was, look, globe claims 118 degrees. Sun calc says this is where 118 degrees is. I showed you it's not where it is. I mean, if I claim this is an iPhone case and it doesn't fit the iPhone case, then that makes it not an iPhone case. Can I make it clearer? Gosh, this guy's just really...
I'm going to go ahead and show you anyway.
So anybody that pushes sun calc as a flat earther has a big red flag in my book.
You know who else has got a big red flag? Turkey.
He's not going to pull Dan McKeegan and doctor this footage up, you know.
Who's Dan McKeegan?
He meant Dave.
Never heard of him.
He meant Dave McKeegan. He just misspoke, man.
Well,
Just so people think it's real, I'm taking extra photos.
Hey, beautiful.
But what's the point in taking photos, Flatzoid? Photos don't prove anything. They're inadmissible as evidence. Isn't that what flat earthers say about any photos?
The photos were for reference because I knew idiots like you will pop up and just say, nah. Okay.
We can provide.
To the left, that would be what the globe claims. See, I'm taking it off. That's what the globe claims. 118, and this is.
I want to point out here. Makes it very clear. You can see where the line is, where I stood. You can literally see it's between here. And they claim between the carport there. Showing exactly what's going on.
What we observed, 122 degrees southeast.
According to an app on your smartphone, which was.
No, according to SunCalc, according to your Globe Notte model, according to Google Earth, and according to actual measurements using a compass. And by the way, I used this phone, I used my child's phone, and my wife's phone. They all gave the same reading. Weird.
Placed ever so carefully on a table.
That's a golden.
Oh, and it's not a table. It's a chair. A wooden chair. So he doesn't even know the difference between a chair and a table.
Sun, my friend. Yes,
Golden
it is.
sun, yeah.
Not
There
that
we go,
white.
guys. So it's
Whatever the hell that was.
it's about 4 to 5 degrees off of what the globe claims.
45.
Because that's where the globe claims, around about there.
I got
It's
you.
rising.
Do you know, this is going to be one of the stupidest things I've ever seen a flat earther do, and I've seen a lot of different flat earthers do a lot of different stupid things. When was the last time your finger was calibrated for accuracy, Flatzoid?
When you know the reference between the carport, well, not the carport, the roof port and that wall, my finger's able to point towards it. And then my finger's able to point to the actual sun we see. You know, like I can point to my nose, I can point to my eye, I can point to my ear. No calibration needed. It's just called pointing to wherever you looking, or in this case, look, I can put it in front of my nose, I can put it in front of my eye. How about my mouth? Or how about my ear? I know I'm not squint, and I'm definitely able to point my finger where I need to point it. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys have issues pointing your finger where you need to point it?
No.
I can
Not
point
even
to
for a
my nose
minute.
and touch it.
It looks like this guy's just kind of desperate for content or something.
I mean,
that's all it's about.
What the hell is wrong with his ears?
Oh, he's got holes in them, and they're not precisely the same.
Oh, one of those guys. Okay.
Yeah. But Sov, when you shoot with your .22, okay, you can shoot quite a distance, correct?
Yeah, about a mile.
And do you point the gun at the target?
Absolutely.
Oh, so you don't need to measure where you're pointing. You're just pointing it to the target, you're aiming and you're shooting.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird because that's kind of what I do when I shoot. So why can't I do the same with my finger? Maybe the guy has some issues with his, I don't know.
I truly don't think these people have any real life experience outside of looking at a computer. I really don't.
Because this guy makes me wonder, can he find the hole to make babies?
This is a lazy cherry picker.
Yeah, he just wanted content, so he found something that he thought he can make content on. But in the meantime, he had nothing to present. That's it.
Creaky blinder.
And the sad thing is, this really idiotic video has already got 4,200 views an hour ago. For that.
He bought those.
For that. Come on.
He bought those, man. I don't believe these guys' views. I don't believe these guys' subscriber counts either. I don't. I think it's a lot of fluff. I really do.
Just remember though, Snuff, a lot of people who watch these guys have like 100 soccer accounts each.
Yeah.
So
That's also true. They're very dedicated to their religion. Excuse me. Let's see what he finishes off with.
I prefer quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, really? Nobody is this stupid.
Oh, fuck, 425.
Is rising.
Right. Do you know, I thought you said
See where this
425.
carport is?
I
See
thought
this
you said...
carport is? Just about on the right between the carport and that mall. Is how
Weird. I'm actually precisely putting my finger, I'm going to say precisely, between where I said it should be. Odd how I'm able to do that.
80 degrees southeast.
Got you.
Yeah. That's where the sun is.
And I'm literally precisely pointing at the sun. Odd how that works. So I don't have a crooked finger or I'm not squint or anything. Huh.
According to your phone and finger, yeah, we get it, Flatzoid. You don't have to keep highlighting how stupid this is.
And that's what I've been observing for the last, every time we've been up here trying to observe the sunrise. And again, guys, wooden chair. I was even said, someone said I put magnets underneath the wooden chair.
Well, I didn't think that because that implies that you put some thought into what you did in the first place.
What a moron.
But you also called it
how
a
can you
table.
even say them words? Thought. Wow.
This is like the biggest Dunning-Kruger video I've seen today this year. This is the biggest Dunning-Kruger video I've seen. Oh yeah, look at that smile on his face. Oh, so proud of himself.
This is
While
why
he's trying
this is why no one likes Welsh in England.
Don't you guys like Wales?
No.
Why?
I worked in Wales for 6 months and it rained every day.
Yeah, you guys get a lot of rain. Well, yeah, we wish we can get rain.
I'm only
So-
messing with it, but we do make fun out of Welsh, like.
Yeah, you guys are.
But you can tell by looking at this guy that he's full of the Holy Spirit. You can see it.
It's a spirit. It ain't holy. I can tell you that much.
You said it, Charles. You said it. Oh man.
And now you went and got another table
guys-
and came back.
Yeah, guys,
Right
I
now.
want to just point out something. Look at the difference between how this sun looks and the one at TFE.
Yeah, the one in TFE stayed in the sky for 24 hours as the globe model predicts. And why suddenly
the
bring up
studio
TFE
predicted.
anyway? Do you honestly think that your video proves anything in the first instance? And if it did prove anything, it most definitely wouldn't be that the Antarctic 24-hour sun was faked because the sun is 3 degrees off from where your finger tells you it should be.
No one claimed that, Dougie.
He did a Duffy.
Oh, that's the reason. Okay.
I was just saying, let's look at observed real sun compared to what TFE presented. Do they look similar or the same? No, they don't. That's the whole point.
Studio sun looked much different than the real one.
That's the point. Not
What do these people think that every video Flats makes going to be attacking TFE? In fact, had it even happened when you did that?
yeah. The TFE happened just before I went on holiday. Remember?
I can't remember when you were there.
It was just before I went on holiday. We actually watched.
Yeah.
We actually watched that live with. What's it when he was doing the vaping?
But you did this observation last year as well, though, didn't you? You just didn't.
Yeah, this was
you
like literally a few days after when I went on holiday.
Yeah, but you made this same observation last year that you went. That one, no, in
Yes.
TFE.
Yes, and also it was also off, also 3 to 4 degrees or 4 to 5 degrees off, and then they told me I'm wrong. So now I did it again,
And you're still wrong.
and I'm still wrong. So I keep repeating the thing they're saying is impossible, which is weird, because if it is impossible, you wouldn't be able to repeat. Oh yeah, let me unmute you. Sorry, we're making a lot of noise there, Anthony. There we go.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was not on mute. Can I just point a couple of things out here with this video that he's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Critical Think did his so-called quote-unquote experiment, you know, the one that he, with a set of scales where he took a measurement, right? Didn't manipulate anything, didn't have a hypothesis, didn't identify his IV or his DV, didn't even have an observed phenomena in which he could do a bit of science on. Where are all the videos from the blurfs criticizing his video? And when we criticize his video because they don't critically think anything, we point out all the problems with it and we don't personalize it against him. Yeah, we might laugh at him after it, but the point that we're making is valid. No IV, no DV, no DV, no null, no actual hypothesis, no observed phenomena. That's all the components that make a scientific experiment, and there was none in his. And what's this guy got? Absolutely nothing but ridicule, scorn, and humor, attempted humor. Look at the difference in standard. The difference is that they don't apply their own rules when they're applying them against us to their own people. No. It's ridiculous.
And that's exactly that. They can't. They're hypocrites. But yeah, if anybody heard about when Witz is taking his lie detector test?
That won't happen.
Oh, is he going to do one?
Remember, you asked him directly.
Oh, I asked him about it, but that was the last I heard about it. You know, it's just like...
He'll fake the lie detector as well. He'll plug it into the cat or something.
I mean, look, it's obvious that this thing was a hoax. It was a fraud. It was busted up from the beginning. There's no need to go any further with it. You didn't see a 24-hour sun. Kiss it. And even if you maybe for some reason did, no one's going to believe you just because of the deceitful little demon that you are.
Yep.
So your word's as good as nothing.
Yep.
It's like I like what old Scarface had to say. I come into this world with two things. He says my balls and my word, and I'm not breaking them for anybody.
I see PT's video is only like 4 minutes and 44 seconds long. Look, he's taking the one where I put on the metal table and I got true north on.
Let's see where the globe claims. Their sun actually rises there. It's around about...
I want to point out quickly. Look how off he's got this thing. And he's trying to say it's to the right. Check.
122, 123.
Why can't he just align it to what it's actually showing?
3 guys.
Look. See, there's my pointing.
Yeah.
Okay, look where he's got it.
I'd make that boy pay for his own ammo if he went
Look at
shooting with me.
Look at that.
Yeah, if that man went shooting with me sometime, I'd make him bring his own ammo. You're going to pay for that. I ain't letting you waste it.
Yeah.
If that's all the better your eyes are, holy crap.
So that's already him debunking himself. I mean, I just showed you. This is the line. You see where the pot is here? That's where the sun is.
What an
and look where he's put it.
intellectually dishonest little creep.
And this was said, this guy is just a moron. Look at that. Look at that.
It's around about 122, 123, guys.
I think they're spastic, I'm sorry to say.
God,
and that's what I've been observing for the last... Every time we've been up here trying to observe the sunrise. 185 degrees south.
You see, this 185 degrees south was what? True north. And this is a different iPhone. You can see my daughter's phone.
Guys, that's where the sunrise is in Uvongo, South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, at 5:15 a.m. on the 21st of December, 2024, 185 degrees south directly.
The odds, remember, true north. I told him I did true north and magnetic north. Shows you the dishonesty of these guys. He's doing a Duffy again.
Yep.
It's always worth remembering.
Thing is, look where the sun.
Sorry?
It's always worth remembering that the direction that they're claiming north on their model is actually perpendicular.
Down. Yeah, it's actually down.
Not down, is it? It's perpendicular to down. That's welcome to flat Earth.
Yeah, you can't have north behind you on a globe. It's got to be
correct.
Your feet.
Yep.
Sun is on dates and calc, 118 degrees, as you see. And let me show you more or less where I observed it more or less. Let's go there. We were about 122, 123. let's say around about there. That's where we observed the sun at sunrise. That was where the sun was supposed to be at sunrise. That is a whole 3, 4 or 5 degrees off of what the globe claims.
Why are these panels so small, and why is the date cut off?
Oh man, I literally said it was 25th of December. You just, oh. And I do say the date and everything as well.
You're sharing it on here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like date's cut off because it's got your curved edges on share screen.
Yeah, but I mean, he can go look at the live if he wants to. It gives all the information.
Yeah, but he's going to be dishonest and claim you've cut something off when you haven't. You're sharing it on Restream. So that's already dishonest, Peter.
Mm-hmm. Hey, well, he started off with that very spastic kind of thing, which showed he was off. But yeah. So it's halfway into his video, and he hasn't shown one truthful thing yet.
You'd be forgiven for thinking Flatzoid doesn't want anyone to check and reproduce his work. Truth doesn't...
While I literally give you the date, give you the time, give you the coordinates, give you the measurements, do it on live stream, but I don't want anybody to check and reproduce.
He can't, unless he goes to, where were you? Ubongo or somewhere.
Ivongo, yes.
Ubongo. Yeah, he'd have to go there then to reproduce
Does it? Yeah.
Fair investigation after all, right? Luckily for us, we can just about make out these numbers.
Oh, luckily for us, we can just about make up these numbers. There it literally says on screen. See, I even give the street. There we go. See? Collins Street, Margate to Vongu. So tell me, how's my information not there? I'm confused. How's the information not there when he literally pulls it up?
This is where Flatzoid was staying during his summer holidays, and you can tell exactly where he was because of this green artificial turf on the roof.
Yes.
And we can tell the direction of a sunrise too, thanks to these photographs.
Mm-hmm.
So we can draw a line from where he was
Yes, just like I did. Well done.
standing straight through the section of this roof.
Mm-hmm.
Now this was the base map Flatzoid had chosen to deceive us.
What?
What?
Deceive?
This orange line is the globe prediction of 118 degrees, and this is where he pointed his cell phone to get a compass reading of about 122 to 123 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Can anybody speculate why he chose this map and not the satellite view?
Whoa. He placed it on there, didn't he? Sorry. Is this him placing this there, or did I place that there?
It's him, man.
Him. So why is he not putting him on the green patch there?
Wow, he's got you way off.
Yeah. Look where
Wow,
he's
what an
placed.
intellectually dishonest piece of crap.
Of course, we all know why. He just didn't want us to see the orange 118 degree line going through this roof.
You're in the wrong space, Creaky, whatever the hell your name is.
This is PT. This is PT. Yeah, so he's got the wrong position, and now he's saying he didn't want to show it going through. I literally drew it on Google Earth for them.
He's doing a Duffy.
And this wasn't
Bring
where
a Duffy.
he was standing either. It was more like
There, yeah.
here.
Yes, well done. That's how we're standing, correct.
So who overlaid this time and date thing over that Google image?
He did.
He did. Why is he saying you did it?
Exactly.
This is called majoring on a minor.
This is called bullshittery.
This is him being dishonest and saying it's me.
Yeah, but he's trying to make it out as though this is a massive deal. I mean, it's like he's just moved it like, what, a foot? Ooh.
The guy is literally digging his own hole right now.
So what do you think? Did Flatzoid deliberately point his phone to the right of the sun, just to avoid confirming the globe prediction? I'll let you.
And by the way, how is he able to pinpoint exactly where I stood there? What if I was a bit to the right? What if I was a bit to the left? Ever thought of that? See, this I said the guy doesn't understand what parallax is. I'm going to show that now.
You be the judge.
Think again.
Jesus.
Look. See this corner tress? See where it's going? It's going towards this line. There we go. Okay. 118 degrees is there. That's not 118 degrees. And I can do it on Google Earth as well for him.
It's around about 122, 123, guys. And that's what I've been observing for the last...
And now look what I'm saying with parallax. Look, the sun's to the right of this corner, correct?
Yeah.
Look how I move around. Now it's to the...
Every time we've been up
the
here...
left. Now it's to the left of the corner. Uh-oh. So it was to the right, now it's to the left.
Trying to observe the sun.
Even more left.
Sunrise.
Oh, wow. PT, it's called parallax, man. What's everybody voting 1 and 2s in chat for? Press 1 for weed smoking and 2 or not. For not. Okay. Alan.
So let's replace Flatzoids.
Yeah.
Because they press 1 for no apparent reason whatsoever. Just
press 1.
Because apparently PT debunked the hell out of me, but I'm not seeing any debunk here. Other than showing the guy's an idiot and a
See a
deceptive
lot of intellectual dishonesty going on.
Uh-huh.
It's phony azimuth value of 122 degrees.
Phony azimuth. No, that is what the sun was shown to be.
And see what we actually get for the moment of sunrise. So we get 118.14. And this is what I get in my rather basic GeoGebra model. I've entered...
Why is he going to GeoGebra now? He hasn't disproved my observation.
Computer says so, therefore reality is null and void.
Flatzoid's location, and for the moment of his sunrise we can see the sun is almost overhead for Alice Springs, Australia. Note this geometry returned the day length for this.
I want to point out to you, you see where it shows on there? Is that sun there to the left of the right? On a globe? That would be to the left of him, correct? Of the arrow pointing. Let me put it this way.
Sorry, it said, did they set sun overhead? Alice Springs. That'd be 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which requires a what?
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth. Actually, do this for him. Of course, got us some paint quickly. Let's quickly draw the arrow. There's the arrow showing. There's the sun. Oh no! What's going on, PT? So that would be 118 degrees. Correct? To the left of the observer. What a twat. The guy doesn't even understand what he's doing.
But he'll have been on some calc thing and found where it is above Australia, and you know it don't even know that that's accurate. Yours isn't accurate, so why would you assume that it's directly above where he says it is in Australia without being there and checking it?
Yeah, but that's my whole point. I'm showing that the globe claims 118 degrees. I observed it's not 118 degrees. Therefore, the globe claim is false. It doesn't make my observation false. It makes the claim false.
Location of about 14 hours 9 minutes, which you'll find is pretty close to SunCalc's calculation. And what Flatzoid conveniently forgets is he'll never see the sun south of him on his day.
Whoa. What is he doing? He's doing a Duffy again.
Pizza. How does he see the sun in the south when it's always to his north?
What does that got to do with anything? The point is the globe made a claim. I did an observation. It was against the claim of the globe. I don't need to replace anything. I don't need to explain anything to you. I just need to show you your claim is false.
They can't get TFE out of their head, can they?
No. At all.
That's what the globe claims, guys.
Yep.
That's what the globe
Okay.
claims the sun should be. Let me show you where it is.
122, 23. Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah.
And there's the sun.
We. Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Well done. 23, 122. It's around about 122, 123, guys.
Right. Right. I mean, look at that. That's what sun looks like.
Okay.
I think those two guys should be up for a Duffy Award.
And that was a so-called debunk. We should actually do the Duffy Awards.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
That's a good idea.
Every year.
Come on, we'll be as bad as ballers with top left if we start playing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna quickly. I should have actually gone to sleep.
You might actually secure top left with that, Flats.
I've already secured it. So I like being noted as top left. You know why? Because it means I'm stepping on their toes.
Yeah.
What's top left?
So, can't you remember when they do an award thing for top left, and they went on Nathan's Craig Hans McToon to try and present top left. Can't you
There we
remember
go,
that?
guys. Look, this is Google Earth. See there? 100. That's 118. I mean 122. 118. 122. 118. 122. 118.
And you notice how those lines spread apart from their origin point and get further and further apart as you go.
So very clear, and this is exactly why I didn't show that part of my video, because where did he place me on the video? Way behind, correct? Heck, he couldn't even place me precisely where I stood on the mat there. So yeah, that's practically all I can say is what more excuses can I get? Anyway, guys, I gotta go. What are you guys' final thoughts? It's sad we couldn't get any Globers in, but what can we say?
My final thought is it's amazing how critical they are when it's one of us that makes a video, but when Critical Think makes a video, nothing. It's amazing how different their standards are when it's their own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, I want to thank you for an introduction to this weird guy, and I'm glad that I've been fortunate enough to not have to endure any other of his videos up to this
And
point.
the thing is, all Creaky Blinders videos are the same. They're all like that. So you're not going to get anything different.
He thinks he's like the height of comedy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Truth keeps winning.
Mm-hmm.
These guys keep getting exposed.
Yep.
And just for intellectual dishonesty.
So
the problem with these people is the people who follow them is more stupider than they are. So they don't see this dishonesty, I don't think.
but that's what I say. They only see the one side. They only see his video. They don't actually go to the other person and look. And then they just decide to trust whatever he says. And then they're so starstruck by him or whatever you can say. They just accept what he says is good. Not actually looking at it and saying, whoa, is he actually even presenting anything?
Yeah, whereas we look at people like Jaron and Bob Nodell and criticize what they do because we know that they're not being truthful or honest. And when we do that, they say, oh, look, they're all infighting. And it's like, oh, right. So when we disagree with our own, it's infighting. But when we agree with our own, it's an echo chamber. Isn't it funny that?
That's the weird thing.
Height of hypocrisy, man. It's ridiculous.
I want to respond to Jordy9 here. He's from something. He says, can you show us your model? I'm about to blow your whole little world right out from under you right now. You don't have a working model at all.
Nope.
Your model violates physical law and cannot exist.
And if
Sorry,
it did,
right from its
the thing is,
inception, it's dead.
if they did have a working model, they would be able to demonstrate how it is that the sky can be a vacuum whilst we're breathing. And we all know that they cannot do that other than calculate it with the Boltzmann formula. Yeah, you can't demonstrate it though, can you? But we can demonstrate that when you take the lid off a vacuum chamber, all the air rushes in. Wonder why that is.
Yep.
And why do you even need a vacuum chamber in the first place to create the vacuum? Because if we're in the gas pressure or the atmospheric pressure, and we need a container to do it, the inverse must also be true. It must be the case that you need a container in space to be able to. Oh, you've got rockets in space, yeah, and they're pressurized, aren't they? You wouldn't need a rocket, would you? If you didn't need a container to have air pressure, you could just have no rocket whatsoever, and they'd be able to float around in their own bubble of gas pressure, couldn't they? Obviously, that doesn't happen. Fool.
No, the globe models, plural, all incorporate physical impossibilities, starting with the Helios aspect of it, right on down to the having water adhere to the outside of an object and assume its shape. Now, think about how dumb that is, because we know that if the Earth was a globe and you removed all the water, it's not round. There's mountains and valleys and all kinds of stuff in there. And if you believe that water can adhere to the surface of an object and assume its shape, you'd also have to entertain the idea that you could have hills and valleys in the water, assuming the shape of the bottom of the ocean as well. And you don't have that.
I just want to actually point out, Gordy says the globe predicts reality, flat Earth does not. I just showed you literally an observation that shows you the prediction right.
Right, I want to see this talking globe that makes predictions now.
It was a great. So, Sov, you're going to have a show later?
Yeah, I'm going to be earlier tonight too, so keep your eyes peeled. I got to work early in the morning, and I can't do those 9:30 shows, so I'll probably be about 7:30 or 8 o'clock tonight is when I get it set up. Depends on how this goes. I'm going to go in here and get a shower. It was so nice. I was actually able to be outside. All I was doing, I was the cut man all day. And people just calling out measurements, and I'm cutting blocks, I'm cutting studs, all this other stuff. We got a lot of shit done today, man.
Yeah. You get to touch grass. That's good.
Yeah, well, yeah, most of the snow's gone. But it was nice out there. I mean, I was just wearing this. Just a hoodie. I had my jacket on and took it off. Boy, that was a fiasco because 3 of the guys I'm working with, well, 3 of us, myself and 2 other guys, happen to have the exact same coat.
Oh.
It's like, what's the odds of that? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's been like 60 here. So
Yeah,
it's been nice.
Well, it's dropped down. It's 50 now, but it was about 56 degrees here today. It was nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So, guys, I'm going to say thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. It's very apparent that the Globies aren't able to defend their globe religion.
Nope.
We'll see you all tomorrow night. Make sure to catch PJ live tomorrow and catch Roger. I think he's just going to have a show. And also for Sam. Good to see you guys. Many, many blessings. And may the pressure be with you. Cheerio.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path through